Hey, hello everybody, welcome back. Doing Flashback.
Magic.
That thing. We got the little bumba clap Mr. Boopster with his 20-sided dice in his hat. He kind of reminds me of Imperfect Cell from Dragon Ball Z. You know how he, like this is like his tail and then he has to widen it to absorb the androids, you know? Anyway, so that's neither here nor there. This was one of the closest voting sessions that we've ever had. So I'm gonna go over the results. We're filming this on Sunday because we have another prior engagement on Monday. So honestly, these could change by the time the video comes out. But so we had Orchard Alarm. I guess first of all, we had 256 votes. In last place, we had Orchard Alarm with 51. So that gets thrown out. We had Goblins with 54. So it only beat out Orchard Alarm
scraping
by 3
over the finish
votes.
line there.
We had in second place Soul Sisters with 75, and in first place Jeskai Ascendancy with 76. And those actually just switched last night because Soul Sisters I think was up by like 2 votes. And
they've always been like within 2 votes.
Yeah, so like I said, you could probably, if you went and looked at this the day this is released, you might see something completely different. But we're going with what we currently have right now, which is that. So you're playing Jeskai Ascendancy. It's also worth noting, there's a few weird things about this week's video. The Jeskai Ascendancy deck is probably the one that's been neutered the most by bans. So this is like probably the most overhauled deck of anyone that we've played so far.
Yes.
Would you agree?
I'd say so. You have no treasure cruise from when we first showed it, or dig through times.
Yeah, you're not even in green
probes. Yeah, we're not even using green anymore because we don't have enough draw power to support it. So it's
so it's kind of a
just strictly Jeskai.
Yeah, it's almost like we put a kind of a brand new deck into here that just happens to have Jeskai Ascendancies in it, but kind of had to out of necessity. So next week, your options are going to, of course, be Soul Sisters and Goblins again. The ones that we're adding, somebody suggested Abs and Flicker, so I'm going to put that in as as the user option. And I wanted to put in Enduring Dragon, because it's one of my favorite decks of recent times that I've played. So those are your options. They're going to be there. If you haven't already checked out our store, we got that, where you can get some super fine tokens, like this lovely servo.
Are these monks?
Those aren't actually available at the store.
Oh.
Those are.
The elementals are.
Yeah, I'll just cut that part out. Probably won't. So, I think that's all the junk I had to get out of the way. We'll see you in Game 1. Alrighty, Game 1. Go ahead.
I've got... those.
And for me... that's what I'm working with. It's also worth noting that even if the Faeries deck manages to win, this will be its last time on camera, because then what'll happen is we'll just take the top two that were voted for in the next week. Also, it will become the most winning deck. Yes. If it loses, it'll be tied with Season Walkers.
Golden Turn, crap, going to 19.
A bunch of
island.
Fun stuff this week.
It's the best island, too.
It's a pretty good island. If only it was alpha. Oh, and we hit 20,000 subs. How did I not mention that? We will have a magic special for that coming in the future, but it'll be a little ways down because we have to do Patreon later this week.
Yes.
So, that comes first.
Dot Scour.
Yep. Targeting yourself, I assume?
Yes.
Since you're already doing it anyway.
And draw for turn. Or draw from that. Enter go.
Draw a card. Alright. Let's go for a tapped Secluded Glen. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Serum Visions. Draw. Scry 2. Those are both going to go to the bottom. Spell for Falls.
Yep.
Serum Visions. Draw. Scry 2. And... Flipped on top. Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card. Oh. Well. So you put 2 on the bottom, or on the top, but you flip them.
Yes.
Dark Slick Shores. And a Smuggler's Copter.
Ooh.
I'll pass the turn.
Untap.
Bit slow.
Drop
I'm
turn.
thinking.
Glacial Fortress.
Yep.
Still got that one island. And an Ascendancy.
Hey! You got
I
it.
didn't really go with it yet, but
Yeah.
we got it. Go.
Untap. Draw a card. It's not terrible. Let's see. Do I do that? Or do I do this? I'm gonna lead with an Inquisition. See what you got going on. Not much.
Not much.
I'm tempted to take one of the Ascendancies, but without that, you don't really have anything else going on. So I think I'm going to take the Snapcaster Mage.
Snap it down.
Because it at least does things. And then play an island. And cast an Awesome Blossom. Pass the turn.
Untap.
I wish that was its name.
Draw for turn.
It's a good name.
Would be a pretty good name. Island. Going to cast a Jeskai Ascendancy.
Yup.
So when I cast a non-creature spell, I can draw a card. If I do, discard a card. That Fate Stitcher.
You can untap your creatures, which you don't have.
No creatures to untap. Now, with what I have, I don't think it's worth getting the Fate Stitcher out at the moment. So it is your go.
Untap. Go to 19. Get a fairy. Draw a card. Okay. Attack you with a copter. Draw a card.
16.
And... what card do I discard? Mistbind Click.
Oh.
Okay. So... I'm tempted to do this. It could just kill me. Suspend an Ancestral Visions.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw for turn. Okay. We're going to try for... First, let's go for... Steam Vents Untapped.
Sure.
14.
Play around Leap.
Snapcaster Mage.
And Spell Stutter Sprite that. 1, 2, 3. So, more than enough.
And... You have the blocker, though, so...
I mean, if you could
Three
Fate
cards
Stitcher
and-
into 19 spells, that's pretty impressive. Yes, 3 cards.
It's your go.
Untap. That goes to 3. I go to 18. This little Boopster comes into play. Draw a card. Cards?
2.
2 cards. And I think I know one of them. Well, going to use the fairy that just came in this turn to activate Copter.
Yep.
And we are going to attack with these for 4. Copter trigger, draw a card.
Go to 10.
I'll probably just discard that same card. Okay. Then I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw for turn.
On your draw step, I will attempt a Vendilion Click.
In response, Visions of Beyond.
Now, is this
Which is just a draw
just
card.
cycling mode? I mean, you do get kind of draw 3.
Yeah.
If you want.
So, draw a card. Discard a card. Draw a card. Wow. Discard a card.
Still get 2 draws.
Draw a card. And... Wait, why do I get 2 draws? I got...
Oh yeah, well I guess
two
you drew for turn already.
Yeah, and drew for a turn already.
I mean, you get another one if this resolves, I suppose, but...
Yes.
Huh. I don't really care about either of those. You can have them. I mean, Bolt's kind of annoying because it can take down the click, but it's not that annoying.
So, Unearth Fate Stitcher.
Yep.
And... let's untap an island.
Okay.
Storm doesn't matter.
No, not really.
So... Serum Visions.
Okay. We should keep track of
Yeah,
the
Ascendancy.
pump.
Yeah, Ascendancy triggers, so...
Yeah.
There's 2 pumps. In the first... So, first... Resolve... Untap.
Yep.
Tap to untap this.
Yep.
Draw a card. Discard a card. And second untap.
Mm-hmm.
Draw a card. Discard a card.
Yep.
Draw from Serum Visions now.
Yep.
Scry 2.
Did you get both?
Both on the bottom.
Did you get both your untap
Yeah,
with him?
because I untapped an island.
Sure.
And then, so the first untap.
Yeah.
Untap that. And then the second untap.
Yeah.
Got that. And... Bolt Vendilion Click.
Sure.
So before that resolves,
Yeah. I mean,
This
it's
is-
gonna die anyway, so I'll just do it. Not like I'm gonna. Not like you're going to counter your own thing.
leave it there for now, actually.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So, we shall untap Steam Vents. First untap trigger will untap this island.
Yep.
Second untap trigger will go like that, and then we get 2 draw discards.
Yes.
Going to draw a card, we're going to discard that. Draw a card. And... discard a path.
All right.
And then we are going to remand our lightning bolt.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. I mean, all this is
Yeah.
fine. I'm essentially tapped out, so.
Draw a card. Going to discard another path. Draw. Discard.
So you're actually at 6 now, correct?
Yes. These will get untapped with Fate Stitchers, 2 untaps,
Yep.
and Remand Resolves, drawing a card. Wow, we're just not getting lucky, are we?
I mean, you get another 2 looks. And pumps.
Young Pyromancer.
That's pretty good. Don't get pumps for that.
Lightning Bolt, Vendilion Click, again.
Sure.
We do get an Elemental this time.
I'll wait just in case you get a
Yeah.
remand again.
Draw, discard, draw, discard. And untapping these.
Yeah.
Lightning Bolt resolves.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna crew copter. Kind of no point. He's tapped and all.
Path that.
Deal.
Elemental.
Yeah.
10. Is that correct? So we've cast
would.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 10 is correct. Kind of petered out, but 11.
I will go to 7. Oh, thank heaven for 7-11. 7.
Enter go.
All right. Think that gets exiled in a turn?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Untap. Fairy. Go to 6. Remove a counter. Draw a card. What? Really? Ugh. Did not need that. Okay. You're at 10?
Yes.
We're gonna crew copter.
Yep.
Gonna attack you. 4-5. Copter trigger.
Go to 5.
Draw a card. Discard Ancestral Visions. That's all 3.
Visions for days, though I'm
Yep.
not sure that one's going to resolve before you can kill me or you
No.
get killed yourself.
And you have no cards in hand?
No cards.
No cards in hand.
Even with double draws, discards couldn't keep a chain going.
Okay. Pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep.
On your upkeep, I'm going to cast Cryptic Command. Actually, that just untaps everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of what it does. Yeah, untap. That's
So
what
that
it
actually doesn't solve anything. Never mind, I'm not going to do that. You know I have it, although I was
does. Yeah,
kinda,
I do
you
know
probably
you
could
have
have
it now.
guessed. You probably could have guessed.
Draw for turn. That was just the best draw.
Hey!
Go to combat.
Cryptic Command. Tap draw.
Enter go.
Untap.
Fairy Conclave, you're great when, I have a Jeskai Ascendancy going, but when it's on
Yeah.
top, no.
5, 1.
I needed a
Draw.
lot of things there.
Yeah.
Preferably instant speed things, so I could just ignore that cryptic command.
Yep. Crewcopter. 6 in the air.
I'm going to animate Fairy Conclave.
Dismember it.
It's still tapped. But
Yeah.
Uh,
Alright. So,
dismember it, go to 1.
yeah. Well, no, I tapped mana. I could have.
You could go to 1.
I could have.
Dead.
Alright. So, that was game 1, and we will see you in sideboards. Alrighty, sideboards. So, I'll go first. I think at the amount of times that I've brought in Russian Damnations and just 2 removal spells, this should just be main deck. Because I think every single time I brought them in. I didn't bring Damnation in against the, 1 creatureless deck that I played, but every other game, brought those in. So, yeah, if that wasn't a clue enough, bringing those in. Relic's okay, because you do have, like, Snapcasters, but...
And the Visions.
Visions. Well, Vision counts your library, so it doesn't really... Doesn't it? No, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. But, yeah, probably not worth it. Surgical Extraction. It's good against the Jeskai Ascendancy path, like that you saw in the last game.
Fate Stitcher.
With Fate Stitcher, but you also run a complement of monasteries,
mentors and young pyromancers.
So this is really bad against those. Liliana's just not good. So we're in Counter Squall, not really the matchup for those. Duress, maybe, but like I was saying, those creatures are kind of what I'm more worried about, more so than...
I can stick those as well as
Stitcher. Yeah.
Ascendancy.
So what I'm taking out, 3 Copters and 2 Lilianas for these cards.
As for me, I have my anti-enchantments and artifact cards, Ceremonious Rejection, for like Karns and Affinity, 2 Dispels. Normally pretty good against control deck, but you don't have a lot of instants.
Yeah, most of my counters and like disruption suite are either sorceries or creatures. So
yeah, like it doesn't hit the
Spellstutter Sprite,
or his Ancient Visions and things. Negate Ancestral Visions, right? Negate. This does hit those, so we'll probably be bringing one of those in. I think we'll probably also be bringing just 1 Dispel. Still good against Cryptic Command and things. Release the Gremlins. This is basically an artifact, like 3 mana, 2/2 that destroys an artifact. Good against Affinity and other artifact decks. Sometimes it can be bigger. Tormod's Crypt, because it doesn't nuke our graveyard as well.
Yeah.
Pyroclasm would be okay, but we have a better option for this matchup.
Oh, yeah.
Grape Shot for when you just want to go for the combo kill. It's not as potent as it used to be, because you can really run out of steam without the Gataxian probes and things, as we've seen. 2 Izzet Static Casters. This is just the nuts against you.
It's really good.
It's also pretty good when you have Jeskai Ascendancy going, because you can kill the bigger creatures too, potentially. Yeah. And then Timely Reinforcements, which is for burn and things like that.
Yep.
Not really needed here. So these are the 4 that we're bringing in. And we're cutting 2 Lightning Bolts, a Young Pyromancer, and a Snapcaster Mage.
Seems legit. See you in game 2. Alright. Game 2. Go ahead.
We've got those.
And for me, ta-da! Go ahead. Whoop. Faeries deck is just 1 game away.
Island.
Win away from taking the lead.
Serum Visions. Draw card. Scry 2. I think we're going to leave them both on top.
Alright.
How they were. Enter go.
Draw a card. Never a good thing to hear when you have a deck that has permission spells. It's like, just draw these later. But this turn, we'll go for an island and an ancestral. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Mountain. Young Pyromancer.
Ooh, alright.
And a Mishra's Bauble, which unfortunately doesn't trigger him.
It's decent, though.
It's the other one, it would have been good, but... Enter go.
Untap. Remove a counter. Draw a card. Alright. Let's go for... Exclude Glen, or in this case, Gola Isolata. And we'll reveal Awesome Blossom.
Awesome Blossom.
The English one for a change. And... let's see. Yep, we will cast it.
In response, I'm going to look at your top card.
Deal. That's what that is. Just in case they can't see
Yeah, I
it.
guess yes.
Yep.
I go.
Your go.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw from Mishra's.
Yep.
Draw for turn. Thought Scour.
Yep.
Milling. The Fairy Conclave. And a Snappy. Draw for turn. Flooded Strand.
Yep.
And 2.
Pretty safe attack. I will go to 18.
Enter go.
Untap. Awesome Blossom. 17. Remove a counter. Draw a card. Jesus. Okay. Play Mutavault. Which is a fairy if you need it to be.
It's true.
And pass the turn.
End of your turn. Correct Flooded Strand. Going to 19.
I'm gonna respond to that by casting Vendilion Click, targeting you.
There's a negate. A remand.
Ah, I knew it!
A Monastery Mentor. A Jeskai Ascendancy. And an Island.
That's pretty stacked, actually. But I think... Let's see. Negate. It's a little worse than Remand.
At least it gets shuffled, so it's not going to stay on the bottom there.
It's true. I had a feeling you had Remand, and I wanted to stick this, so that's why I did it there instead of on your draw step.
And we're going to go find a Hallowed Fountain tapped. See, I thought about playing around something like that, but
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal. Untap. Draw for turn.
You did draw off the click first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Think we're going to go for the Monastery Mentor.
Sure.
And I'll attack you for 1.
I'll take one. Go to 16.
Enter go.
Untap. Blossom. 15. Remove a counter. Draw a card. That's bad. That is bad. Okay. So I know you have Ascendancy. I know you have Negate.
I don't have negate.
Or, sorry, Remand. Got rid of Negate.
I mean, I could have negate.
It's true.
I did have a
Good
draw.
Shuffle. Huh. I'm going to... And this could be a mistake, but I'm going to attack you for 4 in the sky.
I'm going to take it. 15.
Then I'm going to suspend another Ancestral.
Cards for days.
I'm going to cast a Smuggler's Copter.
Oh, you still had one in there.
Yep. Pass the turn.
Untap.
So if you can kill me this turn,
Draw for turn.
around a blocker, then you got it.
Fortunately, those aren't really the cards to do that. But you're drawing this turn.
And I'm functionally at 14, so all you have to do is deal 13 or 4. Yeah, 13 to me. 14 to me. Right. I don't know why I can't math today.
Math's hard. We can land an Ascendancy.
Yep. So that
Gets me a prowess trigger.
Definitely gets you a monk.
And a monk. Fortunately, you can crew that copter.
Sure can.
And it is your go.
All right. Don't have Remand up, as far as I know. I don't think you can untap that in any way. So, upkeep. I will stack it like this. Get a fairy, go to 14. Remove a counter from this one. And then remove a counter from this one. And cast Ancestral, targeting myself.
Yep.
Draw. 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 And draw for turn. Alright. Okay, so... what do we do here? 1 mana up. Attack for 5 in the air.
We'll take it. Go to 10. We don't really have a choice.
No. We'll play a Secluded Glen, revealing a Mistbind Click.
Yep.
And I will attempt to Boom Goes the Dynamite. Damnation.
Yep.
Which, although Russian, is a sorcery. So, can't be dispelled. That's all I got. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Okay. It is your go.
Untap. 2. Fairy. 13. Draw a card. Let's see. Copter. Attack for 3. And we will draw a card and discard a Mistbind Click.
Go to 7.
I'll pass turn.
End of your turn. Going to flash in a Snapcaster Mage. Targeting. Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it's when he enters, so.
Yeah.
Counter.
I mean, he has to resolve. I just got to.
There's a Thought Scour is the only instant in the graveyard, though.
Yeah. You're at 7. I will spell stutter sprite it.
I'm going to remand the spell stutter sprite.
Sure.
Jeskai Ascendancy trigger.
Yep.
Draw a card. Discard a Fate Stitcher.
So that gets remanded.
Yeah.
You draw a card.
Draw a card from that.
And I will do it again.
Yep.
Might not have been right, but we'll see.
Untap. Draw for turn.
Because denying you a creature that can attack if you suddenly somehow go off with this and are able to tap down or remove my spell scissors, right?
Fate Stitcher.
I guess you could just have that too, so.
Going to cast Jeskai Ascendancy.
Ooh. Okay.
So, in response to that...
Also, we're denying I
going
can't
to-
actually counter that.
Yeah,
It's an ability.
it is an unearth, so you can't counter it. I'm going to untap an island.
Yep.
Then Jeskai Ascendancy trigger pumps.
Yep.
Once. It's going to be weird.
Yeah, it is.
And draw a card. Discard a card.
Mm-hmm.
And... Oh, wait. Sorry. Discard a card.
Yeah.
Fate Stitcher.
All right.
That should be tapped to untap. No.
No, he's untapped. Yeah. Okay. Second Fate Stitcher.
Untapped. Untap Hallowed Fountain.
Yep.
Tap to path that.
All right.
So those go up to 3. I get to untap. So in response, I will untap this. First untap trigger.
Yep.
Untap like that. Second untap trigger. Draw a card. Discard a card. Draw a card. Discard a path.
Okay.
And this guy has a 2.
Yeah.
So that's what they're pumped at. Red to lightning bolt you.
Oh, I think that'll do it. Go to 10. So I probably should have saved that spell stutter. I might have punted there.
Draw. Discard. Draw. Discard. First untap trigger will untap like that. Second untap trigger will add 2 blue to my mana pool.
Sure.
Untap them. Untap. And Thought Scour.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely punted there.
Draw a card, discard a card. Draw a card, discard a card. First untaps will make another blue. Untap that. Second untap. We'll go to... Well... Instead of 5, let's make a white. And a red. Not that I don't think it really matters. And... 2 cards with Thought Scour. Draw with Thought Scour. And cards in our graveyard are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ancestral Recall.
Yep.
Visions of the Beyond. Since there's at least 20 cards in a graveyard, it will be a draw 3 for 1 blue.
Get 2 triggers as well.
Drawing. Discarding. Drawing. Discard this Jeskai Ascendancy.
All right.
Don't need that much.
I mean, you could have cast it. And some untapped triggers. Or
Untapped.
did you already net your mana? Or are you doing that
Yeah,
now?
I'm doing that now.
Ah,
So
okay.
first untap. Will make
I mean, this is pointless.
additional
I'm
blue.
at 10 and tapped out, but
You just gotta go as far.
true.
Second one will be 2 more blue.
Yep.
Draw 3. You're at 10.
I am at 10.
This guy's got 10 power. This guy's got 9 power. You have no blockers. Swing.
Yep, you got me. So,
Could have gone farther because I did draw the other visions.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't need it.
yeah. Just kind of a waste of time. But yeah, you would have easily got me. So, okay, what I was thinking about there, because I knew you had the remand, So that basically turned this off of being an out. Unless I somehow caught you without mana and without an instant in your hand, then I could tap your team.
Yeah.
This was never going to happen because you just remanded, obviously, on the spot.
Remanded, or with the path that I had in my hand, I was.
Well, I didn't know about the path, but I did know about
with
the
remand. Yeah.
So remand kind of turns off all these. I might have been able to find a window where cryptic. I could have landed a cryptic, but that's why I went with the Spellstutter Sprite instead. What I should have done, probably, was kept this in hand just to counter something to maybe mess you up in between. I was actually going for the kill next turn instead.
Oh, wow.
With Mutavault, Smuggler's Copter, with the other fairy, and then this to drain you for 2 to finish you off. But, yeah, looking at this, I think you would have had me no matter what I did there. Even if I kept this. Because you had, like, I can't respond on Earth or anything. So.
Those Jeskai's Ascendancy were much kinder.
Yeah. So I think I was dead no matter what, but there probably was a way that I could have played that better. Anyway, we'll see you in Game 3. Alright. Game 3. I had to think for a second there. This is my hand. Go ahead.
And we've got... those.
I love doing that for style points. That's not a particularly great hand. I was kind of hoping I'd get something useful.
Enough ways to dig that I figured.
It's true. I guess. I guess Serum Visions. The best of those dig spells. Yeah, to you.
Draw for turn. Scalding Tarn's going to find me an island.
Mm-hmm.
And Thought Scour.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yes!
Monastery Mentor.
Good one. That's what I like to see.
Enter go.
Untap. Draw a card.
I think the style points would have just been to have Dark Slick Shores tap and Inquisition there for when I turned around.
Oh, yeah. That would have, and I'll never get to do it again until I play another deck with Inquisition, because no matter what, this one's done today. I'm gonna go for a Swamp and a Bitter Blossom. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Arid Mesa. And a Mishra's Bauble.
Yep.
Enter go.
Every day I'm bobbling. 19. I'm not. He is. Draw a card. Alright. Creeping Tar Pit taps. Pass the turn.
And your turn. Crack Arid Mesa. 19.
You got it.
Finding a Sacred Foundry. And we're going to look at your top card.
Sure.
It is... Untap. Draw for turn. So you'd potentially have 3 fairies. So you'd counter anything I play this turn.
Pretty much. That's not dispellable either, which is nice.
Sulfur Falls.
Yep.
Enter go.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep. 18. Draw a card. You have how many cards?
5 cards.
5 cards. Attack for 1 in the air.
18.
Pass the turn.
Draw for turn. Flooded Strand. Enter go.
Okay. Untap. 17. Draw a card. Two in the air.
2 in the air. Yep, going to 16.
Pass the turn.
End of your turn. Crack this. Going to 15.
Sure.
Going to find Hallowed Fountain tapped.
Got it.
Untap. Draw for turn. Are you kidding me? Flooded Strand.
Yep.
And it's your go.
Untap. Fairy. 16. Draw a card. Jeez. Well, land would be nice, but I'm okay with this. Attack for 3.
As sad as this is, I'm going to path one of them.
Yep, sure. Are you doing this before damage? Or
Yes.
end of turn?
Before damage, I guess.
Okay.
13.
Get a island. Yep, pass turn.
End of your turn. Correct. Flooded Strand going to 12. To find. Steam vents eventually. I have some. Oh. Oh, that's where Steam vents is.
Did it get, oh, it got milled with
It got milled
Thought
with
Scour.
Thought Scour.
Yeah.
So then we shall get a plains.
Okay.
Which I guess doesn't come in up.
No. Does not.
Untap. Draw for turn. Arid Mesa.
Yep.
Crack that going to 11. Going to find my mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to try for Jeskai Ascendancy.
Yeah. Attempt to spell starter sprite it.
You can have that. It's Static Caster.
I see. So that takes out all the rogues. Yep.
Kill the rogues. Actually, no, we'll wait till the trigger.
And a turn, I'll dismember that for life.
Then I'll target the rogues.
Dead rogues. Good.
I was going to play this before you played the Dismember, so.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then, yeah.
Untap. Fairy, 11. Draw. Attack for 1.
10.
Pass the turn. Actually, hang on. How many cards?
1 card.
And I think I know it. So, yeah, pass turn.
Mishra's Bauble. You've got untap. Upkeep.
So, in response to the draw that happens from Mishra's
Yes.
Bauble on your upkeep, I will flash in a Mistbind Click.
Yep.
And I will champion Spell Starter Sprite.
Well, I'll add the mana.
Okay. You do have instant speed stuff, so you might as well.
So, draw. Yeah, that's not a thing. It's your go.
Did you draw twice?
Alright, I guess I do
You
have a draw
Bauble,
for
and you get your
turn.
draw step.
Doesn't change anything, it's your go.
Untap. Fairy. 10. As soon as I find it. Draw a card. Attack for 5 in the air.
Go to 5.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Upkeep.
Yep.
Draw for turn. Okay. Serum Visions.
Cards?
3 cards.
Yep. You may have that.
Draw. One on top, one on the bottom. Path Mistbind Click.
Ooh, I've got a sweet one. So, tap 4. Cast a Mistbind Click. And we will champion the other Mistbind Click. Which gets back... I assume that's fine, yeah?
Yeah.
Which gets back Spellstarter Sprite, which I will counter the Path to Exile, even though I don't really have to, because it's countered anyway.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Countered on resolution anyway. Well, that about seals it. So, I mean, I have this,
It's pretty good.
but it's not going to be good enough. It's your go.
Untap. Go to 9. Get a fairy.
End of your upkeep. Or I guess in your draw step.
Sure.
Kill the fair rogues. So much value.
Cyanamuna. So not only do they get pumped, but they also get Shroud.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even get targeted. Because you have to target something, right?
Yeah, I have to target one of them, so.
Yeah.
I
And I,
get
had
countered,
my,
and they're bigger.
and I have my draw step already.
I mean, you still have the 5 damage anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
But now you have a ton of damage.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the sky.
Dead.
And fairies managed to pull off
Faeries dead.
was that four wins in a row. 4 wins in a row.
4 wins in a row.
So it is now the #1 contender. And, yeah, that was...
Gets to retire to the Hall of Fame.
It does. And that was actually a pretty interesting game, too. Or match. The game was a little mixed, but the match was interesting. All right. So what that means is next week, because like we were saying before, your choices are Soul Sisters, Goblins, Abs and Flicker, or Enduring Dragon. The top 2 that you vote for will face each other. So both
and
these
the other
decks
2 will remain in the vote. There won't be someone losing this way.
Yeah. So no losers except for that deck and this deck, I guess, because it gets kicked out anyway.
Yeah. Well, he gets to retire. Yeah.
He gets to retire. All right.
He didn't get shot 1 day away from retirement.
It's true. It's true. All right. Well, that was Flashback. We will see you on Friday for Patreon. Bye-bye.
Boy.